Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel for some more Samurai Warriors 4-2. So what you are seeing right now is my handy dandy little edited edition of a montage of what happened previously in my, encounters in the Unlimited Castle. So previously, like I have mentioned, this episode is a continuation to what happened last time, which is part of a 1.5 hours playthrough of myself challenging the Unlimited Castle for the first time. So, for those of you who actually stayed tuned to the previous video, would already know the unfortunate events that happened to me after I've completed the recording. So unfortunately, my laptop, when I was doing the video, it kind of crashed in midway. The sound recording crashed. I didn't know. So my voice ended up stop recording. I think it's like 40-50 minutes in, and then the game was fine. So I was trying to abandon it because of many other reasons, which was previously mentioned, also because I am a cheater bitch face. But all in all, I guess playing it for the second time in short time interval would not be very fun, and it's not going to be entertaining for you guys because I kind of know what is happening already in the game. So I decided to upload it anyways after I do post commentary, as well as cutting it into many parts. So far, I am pretty sure at least I would cut it into 3 parts because going up to I think 64 levels of this game actually took me an hour and a half. So for sake of rendering, as well as uploading and my fans internet services, so I'm gonna do a little bit cut editing here and there. So the videos would probably end up being 25 to 30 minutes long, so I hope you guys could understand because yeah. Right now I'm actually showing this 1 to 19 floor battle that I previously did. So how, those of you who are curious to know how did I actually get to put it into several videos, like I've explained, I actually just cut bits and bob it, arrange it into different sequences. It's all in one single playthrough. So that's why there is basically, if you look at the original file, it is just one full 1.5 hour playthrough. So like I've said, we have left off on the 19th floor, and we are ready for the next part, starting on the 20th floor. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second part of the Unlimited Castle Challenge. Okay, so first up, we in the Unlimited Castle of this version, which is a fusion of, like I've mentioned, the Samurai Warriors Chronicles 3 Unlimited City, as well as a Samurai Warriors 3 or 3Z kind of a extra event after you finish the main story. So what we have here right now is those of you who actually look at the last watch the last video would actually know that occasionally there would be shadow warriors that actually show up, and beating them up actually have a chance of you getting the 5-star weapon for that particular character. And damn it, Yukimura, I totally forgot that I got myself ass kicked in this portion by the stray horse riders. Yeah, because like I've said, it has been a long playthrough because I did it in one go, and unfortunately, like I've mentioned in my last video, somehow on the course of actually completing this first run, I actually maxed out on the items that I could get. So until my death in, I think, episode part last, I will not be picking up any weapons or any horses. But unfortunately, like I've mentioned before, I died in the 60-something floor, and the punishment is if you overestimate yourself and decide to die instead of bail out of the castle, you end up losing every single thing that you have got through the course of challenging this. So, like I've mentioned, if you actually protected the transporter little man, if you beat them up, they actually give you a reward of gold making time, which is the situation we're in right now. Every single attack yields a certain amount of gold, and it is indicated on the bottom right-hand corner. So basically, so I died in the 60x floor, I don't even remember, and so after my death, I thought I could still get the stuff I used to get. Apparently, they do this I guess so you think you're a millionaire challenge or whatever the original like TV game show was, is that you actually get to bail out and take everything you've earned on your course of climbing up the freaking building, or you can just die and have nothing. And then obviously that wasn't explained at all in the I guess introductory video, and I was tragically the one who actually did the latter, and I died and got nothing. So thankfully my character already maxed out at level 50, but those of you who actually know how the level maxing out system works from our good old Samurai Warriors 4 is that even after you have capped out at 50, when you have a certain amount of EXP and you level up, your character actually builds attributes until it reaches full. So obviously Nene wasn't part of that campaign, but you know, like I'm saying, unfortunately though, so I was still planning to give a little boost to Nene, but I died, so fuck with the booze. Not booze, but boost. So basically I ended up just mildly depressed and cry myself to sleep after I finished the game. So what we're having right now is actually, well, the objective is to proceed into higher levels, and because I haven't reached 100, so I do not know if they cap out at 100, but the furthest I could go that actually have a, I guess on the goals little guideline, every time if you join the game, you actually see, oh, if you complete a certain floor, you will get the following, I guess, rewards, and the last indication of rewards terminated on 60. I did get the reward, but I don't know, like, what do you get on the 70th floor, but yeah, basically it's kind of cool. For those of you who are interested to know, so if you died like I did, will you be able to play on, like, afterwards, like, I guess join in the game after, like, at the point where you've died? Actually, you can't continue off the direct floor or level that you've, like, died on, but I think every 20 so levels, I think it's 20 levels to be precise, you actually get to pay money, like bribe your way up to that level and start it off. I think it's, for me, I could immediately start the game on the 60th and just proceed onwards, but like I've said, it costs you, like, I think every level is 2,000 bucks, and like it stacks up. 20 is 2,000 or maybe 600, I don't remember, but basically you have to pay, I guess, an entrance fee to get to a certain level and start off from there. But maybe, like, by the time you've reached, I guess, the end of this playthrough, which will be, I don't know, 1 or 2 parts away, I have no idea yet, because I'm still not decided on how I'm gonna edit my videos, but coming back to the point is, I think that, I don't know, what I recall of my, like, playthrough yesterday night, it was kind of, like, brutal, because by the time you reached, like, I think 50 and above, it was a ridiculous change in, I guess, the pace, as well as the HP of the opponents, and the officers start just letting out their muso as if, like, they don't give a shit. So I don't know, maybe off screen I'll try with another character directly off, like, I guess the 60th floor, but honestly, if those of you who are actually, like, myself, I will not want to play this game again starting from the first floor, because that's, oh my god, pain in the ass. I don't care if you get really used to, I guess, the game's mode or whatever, but it's just the, I guess, invisible, like, time spending that you just sit there. You thought you weren't spending a lot of time because the, I guess, the floor levels just increased really quickly, and by the time you look over at the clock, you're like, what the fuck, it's already like 1.5 hours. So that's how I feel. Imagine if my I guess my first playthrough, I ended up completing to 100. That probably take like 3 hours. And to be the luckiest of them all, after all the tragedy happened, after my section of recording, my good old, like, controller, just like few, I guess, minutes after I finished, like, yelling at my PS4 for being unfair on me, my like, controller decided to say, hey Annie, your controller is on, like, I guess, critically low, like, batteries. I was a little bit ragey, I have to admit. I really want to play it again, and immediately after my loss, I want to play it again. But then again, I guess controller says no. It's like, had I actually made it to 100, man, it's gonna be like 4 freaking hours, I guess, and what, like 10 parts? I have no idea. It's gonna be boring for you guys if I just do it again. I'm not sure if that's so, but to myself, it's gonna be boring going through the levels again. There are rumors that said that, apart from the designated levels, like the, I guess the tutorial-like levels where you will meet our trusty, Imagawa Yoshimoto, I think most of the levels actually are generated randomly. Like, they have a set number of levels that will occur, and they may repeat, may or may not repeat, but it's not like each floor is fixed. That's what I saw on the Japanese Wikia, but is that so? I do not want to find out because, God, how many playthroughs do I have to go through to, like, prove that to you guys, huh? And plus, even if I did a second playthrough, I had to like go back and check my own videos to see, oh yeah, on the 25th floor of my last playthrough, this didn't happen. So, you know, I'll leave it to your exploration because let's just hope that this game comes out in the United States or I guess the European countries and any other countries, of course. So, I got a request to show some of the Chronicles 3. First of all, I don't know if there's actually an emulator that could do, I guess, the more recent games of the PlayStation Vita. Second of all, I don't know how to record actually on computer games. Like, I know there are a lot of like people that play Friday Nights at Freddy's, huh? 5-day Nights at Freddy's, as well as those, I guess, indie games to show off some, I guess, computer-based games like Markiplier and stuff. First of all, I don't know which software they use. Second of all, I'm not even sure if I actually know how to emulate stuff. And yeah, I would try to bring you guys the PSV contents of Chronicles 3, but I really can't guarantee on that because, first of all, I'm not sure if the, I guess, mobile play on the PSV showed on the PS4 could actually let me record it like the way I record my normal PlayStation 4 videos. By the way, this little Hideyoshi mark, the special skill of Hideyoshi actually help you like increase the possibility of gaining gold from like the enemies that you've defeated, and the gold would most possibly be at least 100 or 200 bucks. So that's why you see all those like random gold stacks coming up. Speaking of which, my review on Chronicles 3 is that I don't know, because I've played the main games of the franchise, like 4 and like the Dynasty Warriors main games. They usually are almost the same compared to the console games, except for they slightly reduce a little bit off the difficulty when you're trying to get the, I guess, you know, like the special weapons, etc. Because as good as the console, no, incorrect. As good as the handheld, like the device is, there are still a big difference between the controls, and sometimes it's really hard to maneuver when you're actually using a, I guess, a PSV over a PS4 controller. So I thought that Chronicles 3 is gonna be roughly like Chronicles 2, but for some reason, maybe it's just because I got rusty and I guess controlling more than 2 characters in the same battle, because that's how Chronicles work. I find the difficulty is relatively higher, but you know, like, because Chronicles is more like a very official version of alternative universe, so I guess a lot of people might be interested in, so I will definitely try my best to try record, but expect me to have a crappier playthrough than this. Speaking of which, it's kind of depressing when they announced the release of Chronicles and there are 0 new characters, because previously, like I mentioned, Chronicles 2 introduced 3 characters: Naotora, Todo Takatora, and I forgot the name of the Mr. Swordsman in blue. Those of you who actually know who he is, congratulations. Those who don't, just look up in the official Games City like website, you know who he is, come on. like the newer characters are usually on the the character selection screen on the bottom left or bottom right, depending on like the I guess the sequence of them being joined into the game. So basically, Chronicles 3, I guess the major improvement is that they actually have a PlayStation Vita like edition. Originally, they want to, I guess, expand their market into the like NDS market, so that's why they actually started off the Chronicles series, which first of all let you join in as a unique character. You can play as yourself, and you get to interact with the characters. And of course, if you're a female character, the majority of the male character actually shows, I guess, a very love scenes with you. There are the only reason why I keep on referencing Chronicles 3 in my the 4-2 playthrough that I have done on the main campaigns is because a lot of the, I guess, storytelling as well as the introductory process before you actually get into the battle preparation is actually similar to that of what happened in the Chronicles 3. Like, there's a lot of dialogue. The battle may be a bit more short in that compared to what we have here, even for a, I guess, full game, but still though, Chronicles 3, even if I play it, you guys would notice, I guess, the review that I did just now is almost true. Because most of the time, you have to go through choices, making different choices, and do a lot of, I guess, small stuff before you could actually, I guess, proceed to the battle. And really, depending on what you have done with, I guess, your choices, as well as how friendly you have become with a certain warrior, some events could happen. I remember, like, very first I was like, why is there a question mark battle that I have not been into? Well, it turns out to be if you're better friends, like if you have a higher friendship level like you've done in, I guess, 4 in the roaming mercenaries mode, if you have greater friendship level, you actually could like with a series of character being friends with you, you could unlock a, I guess, an alternative universe battle. And how do you know that shit is alternative universe? It's not even how ridiculous the story is, but actually before you went into the battle, the pre-battle screen shifted into something like a Doctor Who sequence that you go through a vortex shining blue. So I should probably stop talking about it because more of my viewers might go like, hey, then can you show me the game? What if I can? So that's gonna be pretty bad. So obviously, coming back to the Unlimited City, like you've seen, most of the normal missions that doesn't feature a Shadow Warrior are missions that actually have you, say, in this case, they have, I guess, a few, like, officers situated across the map, and you have to take them out. The second type is, I guess, the one that you see on the first floor of the Unlimited Castle is take out a certain number of opponents. There's another type of taking out opponents is use your Muso skills only to take out your opponents, and usually the number will not exceed 200 because no matter how good you are, there are limited number of, like, I guess, opponents, and as well as in limited time how quick can you charge your Muso, right? There are also I guess like random side quests, like you would see 2 stranded warriors asking for help. Go help them, you actually get more money and possibly better, I guess, like level 30 weapons. And there are also missions like you see like those little, I guess, these logistic people walking around, these transporters. Take them out. These are not real missions, but if you take them out, you actually get like good items. And sometimes those like gold boxes are actually level 1 weapons that are of the 4-star. What they could do is they actually help you, I guess, upgrade your weapon much faster. Like you use one of those weapons, it might just give you 7 out of 30 levels, right? And in other cases, if you're lucky enough, those gold boxes actually carry the 5th-star unique weapon for the character that you're actually playing. Those of you who are curious, how do you normally get the 5-star unique weapon is actually through one of the campaign battles that featured that character, and usually it's just you playing really well and then you will just get it. Because unlike before, like this 4.2 version actually make it much more easier. You might argue to me that 4 actually have the free roaming mercenaries mode Okay, so yeah, every once in a while, like every 10th floor, I guess this is how I... Yes, it's the 30th floor, I remember now. If you beat his bum and win against him on the 30th floor, like it doesn't really matter if you like died or bailed out of the game, you actually still get to unlock him, which is kind of handy dandy. And afterwards, I think the remainder, like what's left of the unlockable characters are Sasaki Kojiro as well as our Guro Nitoryu Miyamoto Musashi. So those two characters unfortunately cannot be unlocked in this version because you have to actually go to the, I guess, motifed battles of the Unlimited Castle, which we have seen on the selection screen on the right hand side. Ugh, that's some gnarly voice, god damn it. But anyway, so not surprising that usually even in the previous games, Goemon always like Goemon usually actually paired up with Okuni, so that's why she came out to, I guess, support him for a bit. But basically, I don't know, like in the real like game, I don't call this an Unreal game, but like the actual more historical version of the game of 4, you actually have them usually randomly intruding into the, I guess, battlefield. So coming back to the 5-star weapons that I've been talking about just now, it's like you have to, I guess, until the, I guess, special weapon mission like jumps in. Oh, that's a not really familiar face. Hello. Oh, fuck, I hate this. So basically is that until the... You know what, I'm not gonna go rescue him. That's probably what I said before when I was recording the first time, because if I'm dumb enough to go back up and rescue him, then facepalm to myself. Obviously, because I think I didn't go rescue him ultimately, because I want to complete this game ASAP for you guys, so I ended up like literally just cruising my butt through this. And then going back to the weapon that I was talking about, so basically if you play normally but completing the mission on spot, like almost immediately, like when they prompt the mission, you could actually be able to get like the unique special weapon mission. Like even if normally the mission only gives you a just a weapon, like there's gonna be a little like sign on the side that shows what you get after you complete a mission. Usually it's either money or you get the weapon. So on cases, oh yep, of course I didn't go save him like I've expected myself to do. Yeah, so basically when the special weapon, like the prerequisites are like are done, you actually could see that the special weapon mission showed a shining silvery icon with a weapon sign on it, and beat that like mission and you will like receive your level 5 weapon. Can you like do it multiple times? Of course you can. You can actually own multiple ones, and selling one of them is actually very like expensive. Like selling 5-star weapon gives you 2,000 bucks per weapon. But for those of you who are like, then I'll use that to make money, that's ridiculous, because the quicker way is and funner way is actually I guess grind your characters through playing different battles and many more other methods. People said that playing, I guess, the different parts of the Unlimited Castle is a good choice. I say 50-50. I haven't tried the individual motif rooms yet. I will be probably tonight if I have time, but I don't know, man. Like, I am an old school person. Like, I like the unlimited mode and all, but I won't be for the sake of grinding for items and cash. I probably won't be the type to just sit around and just keep on playing the same shit. If the internet's theory of the levels do shift was false, then it would be another reason for me not to come back over and over again, even if I guess the total yield of resources would be much better. But then again, you know, like even if the yield of items and stuff are much better, you're spending way more time. Like, you're just wasting your time here, then why don't you just like enjoy the game much more? And plus, for those of you who actually watch my really crappy 2-part tutorial video, I forgot to mention there's actually a yellow skill, and I don't want to go like make people yell at me for not doing that, so I'm gonna probably go fix up my video after this. The yellow skill though is actually the skills that are related to EXP and money. So what does that skill do is like majority of the yellow skill actually increases your horse riding power, like how much damage you can do, how durable are the horses, and of course you can also have like these purple skills that I'm using usually right now in this playthrough and many other playthrough of me gaining more money is part of the yellow like skill on the skill tabs. They have usually making more money and like dropping of more EXP scrolls. So speaking of that, I have to go back to my other video and change the wordings a little bit because I'm missing the yellow skills. Oops, I'm so sorry. People are gonna just get like mad as fuck after they found out of that. So before anyone starts bombarding me, I have to go and private the video and change it before anything else happens. So coming back to this, I think after recording for a bit right now, I'm looking at my Vegas. It's almost like 25 minutes now. So what I'm gonna do is I will finish up till I guess 34 would be a good time to stop because I want to start off at 35 and hopefully reach, I hope, 50, 49-ish before I stop the next video. And it will, now I'm decided on what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be definitely a 4-part playthrough. Sorry for making it into a 4-part playthrough, and also I'm kind of like apologetic for the fact that I have crappy computer that messed up my actual commentary. And you know what, when I try to do commentary live, I try to be funny, and all my wits and humor are used in the wrong place because it never recorded. And now I'm just sitting here like sulking around my computer trying to get things fixed, but you know, not everything's gonna go around the way you want it, huh? So yeah, like I've said, there are like missions like this one I've done just now. Just clear off a certain number of like soldiers and you're free to go. Though, okay, the only reason I chose Nene very first because I thought the time is not going to be abundant for me, so I'm afraid of like not having enough time to actually reach the next level, so I chose a character with less attack power and defense and much faster speed. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 3.